Greetings to everyone. The topic of our video today pertains to the seismic unraveling of Eugene Big U Henley's empire, a tale of a former Crips titan turned community savior, now accused of orchestrating a criminal underworld that echoes the darkest gangster lore. Once a mentor to legends like Nipsey Hussle and a self-styled godfather of rap, Henley faces allegations of murder, extortion, and fraud that threaten to topple his carefully crafted facade. We'll peel back the layers of this sprawling saga, exposing how his alleged deeds cast shadows over Los Angeles streets and beyond. Without further delay, let us delve into our discussion. Federal authorities dropped a bombshell on Wednesday. Eugene Big U Henley, once a formidable Crips leader who propelled Nipsey Hussle's ascent and wore the crown of rap's godfather, stands accused of heinous acts. Murder, kidnapping, robbery, extortion, and fraud now stain his name. His grip on Los Angeles tightened like a vice. A 107-page complaint unveils how visitors, rappers, athletes, celebrities had to seek his nod for safe passage. Pay tribute to Big U or face the consequences. That was the unspoken rule. Who fell under his sway? Professional athletes and musicians, some dabbling in shady ventures, allegedly forked over cash to appease him. Henley, now 58, wove a tapestry of fear across the city. Yet he remains elusive, a phantom dodging the law, while over a dozen of his alleged confederates languish in custody. To the world, Henley shimmered as a beacon of redemption. He's an entertainment titan, a music label maestro, a philanthropist lifting up Los Angeles, U.S. Attorney Joseph T. McNally declared at a Wednesday press conference. But the complaint rips that veil apart. A murderer, a thief, a deceiver, enabled by a cadre of crooks. That's the portrait emerging from the shadows. Skip Townsend, a gang interventionist steering his own non-profit, Second Call, vouches for Henley's brighter side. Developing options, Henley's outfit sowed peace in turbulent corners, he insists. Who will hold that fragile calm now, he wonders aloud. Let's trust the process, Townsend urges. Don't rush to judge with facts still unfolding. What did Henley helm? The feds call his Big U enterprise a beast akin to the mafia. Ruthless, sprawling, rooted in his towering presence and ties to the Rollin' 60s and other street gangs. Intimidation was its currency. Businesses and souls alike trembled in Los Angeles under its weight. McNally frames the arrests as a crusade to cleanse the streets of gangs helmed by brutal figures like Henley, a Rollin' 60s icon. The crackdown surged forward. Authorities nabbed 10 Rollin' 60s members and associates in the last 24 hours, announced Wednesday morning. 4 others already sat behind bars. Henley, though, slips through the net, a fugitive in the wind. A chilling narrative emerges from a years-long FBI probe. Henley, they allege, snatched a young rapper, Rayshawn Williams, and, over a perceived slight, blasted him in the face with a revolver, leaving his corpse to rot in the Las Vegas desert. 5 days prior, in January 2021, Williams had laid down a diss track. FBI agent Andrew Luce believes it taunted Henley, boss of Unique Music, Williams' label. The lyrics drip with eerie foresight. Williams dubbed Henley the bro that makes some money and mused about catching a bullet to the face for thinking shit funny. A.38 revolver, traceless, he rapped. And on January 25th, Las Vegas police found him in a ditch near a landfill, shot just so, no casings in sight. Unique Music whisked Williams from California to Las Vegas that January, lodging him in an Airbnb. A mentor since his football days, Henley had big plans, a week in the studio, a song a day. But Williams faltered, missing sessions. On January 23rd, Henley and Sylvester Robinson, his alleged right-hand man at 59, roared from Los Angeles to confront him. A friend, CA, witnessed it. Henley stormed the Airbnb at 2 a.m. on January 24th. "Why'd you skip the studio?" he demanded. Williams shrugged. No ride, he claimed. Luce suspects this sparked a fatal rift. Wasting time and mocking Henley's name in that diss song lit the fuse. The timeline tightens. Henley hit the studio at 7 p.m., Williams straggled in later, recording until midnight. By 12:30 a.m., Henley vanished. The dark grey Lexus he and Robinson drove was gone. His phones fell silent before 1 a.m., only pinging again at 2:15 a.m. A gap yawns in the story. Surveillance tells more. At 1:13 a.m., a grey sedan rolled up to the Airbnb. Williams stepped out, grabbed his suitcase. Odd, with a day left on the rental and no flight until tomorrow. And then, nothing. At 3 a.m., Henley resurfaced at the studio, alone, drenched, sweat, water. "Just back from the gym," he said. Hours later, 9 a.m. on January 25th, Williams lay dead, multiple gunshot wounds. The aftermath reeks of concealment. Henley, per the complaint, had studio gear hauled away and footage torched. Luce reckons it would have shown a clash with Williams, or at least them departing together before the murder. DNA from Williams's body? Matched to Henley's, it's murky. Inconclusive. Yet he's not off the hook. A month later, the FBI's Los Angeles Metropolitan Task Force on Violent Gangs zeroed in on Big U Enterprise and its Rollin' 60s roots. Henley, an original gangster and admitted Rollin' 60s titan, loomed large. A leader revered and feared, Luce attests. Violence wasn't his only trade. On July 5th, 2021, Big U Enterprise allegedly stormed an unlicensed Los Angeles marijuana dispensary. The owner had paid up to $25,000 monthly in hush money until he didn't. Nearly a dozen crew, Rollin' 60s in tow, burst in, guns blazing, faces bare, and looted cash and weed. That day, Henley beckoned the victim home, flaunting the haul. "That's how you rob yourself," he sneered. Elsewhere, wiretaps caught Henley plotting another hit, tracking stolen gear via an Apple AirTag, arming up with Mitchell and others, only to balk when police appeared. A cooperating witness, CW1, spilled secrets in 2022. Rap stars, athletes, visitors, they all paid Henley's toll to tread Los Angeles soil. Take June 2019, a dice game rigged by boxer AB and his crew, fleecing NBA players of millions with loaded dice. AB hadn't checked in. Henley unleashed Rollin' 60s muscle to thrash him and reclaim the cash. In a taped chat with Victim 1, Henley bragged, he clashed with AB after he swindled a current NBA All-Star of $1.5 million and a former one of $5 million, then charged the players $100,000 to fix it. CW1 swore Henley greenlit every big money bash or game with famous faces. Deception ran deep. Henley allegedly built companies, donors and stars like Draymond Green and Shaquille O'Neal, coaxing charity gifts. Green's $20,000 in August 2019, O'Neal's $20,000 for developing options and the Crenshaw Rams, then rerouted most to his own coffers. Pandemic relief loans for developing options, Unique Music and more, fraudulently snagged, authorities claim. The gang reduction and youth development program under the Los Angeles mayor's eye bled too. $2.35 million flowed to Henley's nonprofit from July 1st, 2018 to June 30th, 2023, $550,000 yearly since 2018-2015. Hundreds of thousands, masked as salary, vanished into his pockets, Luce alleges. The GRYD program demands rigor, background checks, training, logs, law enforcement ties, yet developing options floundered, Luce finds, perhaps breaching all rules. Still, Mayor Karen Bass touted its wins on Tuesday. A 45% plunge in gang-related homicides in GRYD zones versus 2023, per LAPD data. We've tightened the reins these past 2 years, Press Secretary DeMarcus Finnell asserts. This cunning dodge doesn't dim the program's light. Henley's attorney stays mum, no word on the storm brewing. His son, a Los Angeles Chargers linebacker, strides a different field from his father's 13-year stint in prison, earned in 1991 after botching a 33-pound cocaine heist on an undercover deputy. Henley's legend spans decades. A juvenile car thief exiled to Chicago, he returned in the 1980s to batter foes at World on Wheels, forging a savage repute, Luce writes. Drug profits piled up until the autobiography of Malcolm X spurred a shift. I was ready to do something different, he told Hip Hop Uncovered, a 6-part series he executive produced probing hip-hop's hidden puppeteers. Managing Corrupt led to Suge Knight's orbit at Death Row Records. He set me up to thrive, Henley said. Nipsey Hussle, a Rollin' 60s kin, honed early tracks in Henley's home studio per a 2023 Times piece. Wiz Khalifa hailed him. Nobody's touched more stars. The Godfather, nothing moves without him. December 2021 saw Henley throw himself a bash at Deja Vu, pocketing 33% of the bar's take with promises of Khalifa and T.I. gracing the scene. They never came. Instead, Robinson, 59, Mark Martin, 50, and crew dragged a victim backstage, squeezing out $30,000, another notch in the RICO belt Henley, Robinson, and Martin now wear, alongside charges for Tremaine, Luce Cannon, Williams, robbery, Armani Mani Afalaye, prostitution transport, and Frederick Blanton Jr. and Tiffany Hines, bank fraud. On Checkin' In, his podcast, Henley mused, "Every city I hit, I check in. But fees, never took a dime from rappers or athletes," he told Genius. "They seek me for the bond to my hood. The feds begged to differ. His enterprise's claws sank deep." To support our channel's growth and ensure broader awareness, kindly hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons. This will help us reach more individuals and disseminate valuable information. Thank you in advance.